Hello Aquarius and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your December 2025 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone, take what resonates for you. So welcome Aquarius, I hope you're well. Let's see what we have for you for December. Your angel answer message, we have trust. Now, it can be trust issues on a practical level. For others of you, it can be sometimes we have to surrender and trust as well. Higher power at work. Could be both. Let's see what we have for you as a romance angel message. What do we have for our lovely Aquarians? Thank you for the month of December. Message for Aquarius, thank you. Message for Aquarius, December period. So your romance angel message, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Could be a message you need to hear for December. Let's see what we have in money. Money message for Aquarius, thank you. Okay, that turned over really quickly. We have deservingness. You are a beloved child of God, like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. So deservingness on all levels for December is a focus for you. All right, let's see what we have for you. As usual, I'm going to go through the energies week by week. Remember, there is always divine timing and orchestration in all things, so bear that in mind. I say what comes to me, it is an intuitive reading, so let's see what we have for you. Week 1, what do we have for our lovely Aquarians? Thank you. Angel Spirits Guides, message for Aquarius for the month of December. Let's get some intuitive and spiritual guidance for Aquarius, month of December, starting with week 1, thank you. We have the Chariot, okay. It's come out kind of on its side here, Aquarius. Week 2, we have the 8 of Wands. Week 3, we have the Hanged Man. And week 4, we've got the Fool, brand new chapter. I love that for this period of year, especially week 4, because it's when we're moving into the brand new year, brand new chapter. 2026 is opening up. So it's a lovely card to get for like week 4 as well. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Aquarius? Thank you. Let's clarify the cards on the table, go deeper. What do we have for Aquarius? Thank you. One more shuffle. Starting with week 1, the Chariot, we will see what is happening here. Message for Aquarius. So we have the King of Swords, could be you, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, male or female, or the energy of the card. Clear thinking, decisive, logical, well-reasoned. Full clarity on a situation. We have the 8 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, divine timing, orchestration at play. The Hanged Man and the Hierophant. And we have the Fool and the 5 of Wands. So the Chariot coming out like this, Aquarius, this is a scenario here. You either don't know if you can overcome something or not. You might not feel, is it worth it? Is it worth overcoming something? There could well be a level of feeling stuck in a situation where you're trying to make up your mind. Do I move in this direction or should I do something differently? This is the scenario here. It feels like some energy where you're kind of teetering on should I, shouldn't I, will I, won't I, so to speak. The Chariot is always about overcoming, challenges, overcoming obstacles. It can be an internal energy as much as an external one as well. So the Chariot can be about overcoming, obstacles within, overcoming obstacles without. But ultimately, it is a card of victory, triumph, and success. But this is that scenario here where you might be questioning whether it's worth it, whether you want to move forward in this direction, or you're just making your mind up whether you do. I mean, these are the energies at play, but I do feel that you're getting full clarity. You are going to get some kind of answer, and this might well be the situation here where you have to surrender and trust in what you intuitively, as well as mentally, feel that you should do in a situation as well. So let's get an extra card, because I don't normally with these readings, but as the way it's come out with that Chariot, I think it needs an extra card. So let's see what we have. What do we have for Aquarius? Thank you, the Chariot. Message for Aquarius. You're kind of in between something here. Do I go, do I do it, do I not? So we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's whether you can let go of whatever's happened here. Okay, yeah, bottom of the deck. I've got the Three of Swords. I did look, so I'm going to put it down. So it can be whatever the situation is. Can be personal, professional, life area. The Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands is, can I let go of the pain and hurt that's been caused me? And overcome the issues with a person, a place, a situation, people, or not. And it's only you can decide in week one whether you can overcome something or whether you can't. It just feels a little bit of like that stuck energy. Do I or don't I? Can we or can't we? And this just feels that sense here of you've been hurt. There's been emotional pain in a situation here, clarifying this reading. And there's a lot to let go of. There's a weight, a burden, an experience that has been heavy. And it's whether you can let go of that baggage, that experience that you've had, again, with your circumstances and overcome them in your current circumstances or not. And I think this is about being in your truth in terms of what you do and how you move forward. And that's what I'm seeing for you here. The Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Wands. This can be conversations, communications coming in. Now, it could be to do with the same thing here, because the Wheel of Fortune can be, do I embrace complete change, or can we turn something around within our current circumstances? It is an element of divine timing and orchestration, everything happening for a reason. And I feel that whatever conversation, communication you're having, it is leading somewhere. It is guiding you in the direction that you want it to go. So, and that's what kind of how Spirit is helping you as well. I think the power of communication is really important in week 2 because it's leading somewhere. It's guiding your action in terms of how you're deciding to move forward in a scenario. And that's what I'm seeing for you here. Powerful conversations happening here. And I think this is kind of clarifying your mind in some way in terms of the direction that you're feeling that you're taking, is what I'm seeing for you. Now, other meanings to the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Wands, this can be very powerful in terms of travel. So there could well be some important travel coming in. It might be very timely, divinely timed and orchestrated for you. So some of you might well be having a journey for some significant reason, week 2. Like I said, it can also be sometimes conversations or communication happening out of the blue. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's linked to week 1. It can be, but it can be just out of the blue. There is something coming in that is divinely timed and orchestrated for you, even a little bit of good luck and good fortune. So this can be very positive on that basis. It can also be about, and when I talk about turning something around, it can also be about restarting, love, these 2 cards as well. Restarting something, that sense of passion, a change in terms of that spark being lit again, having an opportunity to light that spark again. This can be the opportunity to do that as well. So yeah, I mean, however that manifests for you, a little bit of good luck and good fortune. Now, the additional meaning with the Wheel of Fortune, it might be a very lucky week for you, week 2. It can actually just be that sense of, news coming in of a windfall, news coming in of something lucky happening for you, and it can just come out of the blue quite suddenly. So this would be very positive on that basis in whichever life area. Wheel of Fortune is a very positive sign in terms of money. Not limited to that. It is wider than that. Divine timing and orchestration. It is divine energy that turns that wheel of destiny. But this is that scenario here where something just might happen out of the blue where you feel lucky, where you feel good fortune is happening for you. Just a lovely energy here too. It's very positive also in terms of things turning in your favor if you're in some kind of situation that you're waiting for things to move forward and turn in your favor. Week 2 is very, very positive in that respect too. The Hanged Man and the Hierophant. So the Hierophant can be linked with a higher power at work, having faith. It's also very positive in terms of institutions, traditional institutions. So long-term committed relationships, marriage, family units, education, religion, hospitals, police, universities, legal systems, governmental systems. It's, the traditional institutions, health systems. It's the traditional institutions of society. So there could well be some association with that for week 3 here, Aquarius, as well. But it can also be a higher power at work. You might be connecting to a mentor or teacher, a holy person who might guide you in some way as well. So this can be that scenario too. But the Hanged Man is waiting. The Hanged Man can be somebody who decides to surrender. It feels in this scenario, surrender and trust. There is still energy here with the Hanged Man. Sometimes it can be because you're not ready to sacrifice everything that you've put into a situation or place or relationship. You're prepared to kind of wait, give the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't necessarily mean that you've decided one way or another. It is just that kind of pause that you are taking for surrendering and seeing what happens next, letting things just play out and seeing how things move forward. So this just feels here, Aquarius, that there is something in week 3 where you are deciding to just surrender and wait to see how things play out because you feel it's the right thing for you. This is what I'm seeing for you here. It feels that I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna kind of move in one direction or another. I am just surrendering and waiting to see how your current circumstances play out here. So this isn't really an opportunity here for movement of any kind. I feel that for a lot of you here that there's for a lot of you it feels like conversations, communications happening in week 2. But then there is that kind of pause energy where you are just surrendering here, but you feel it's the right thing to do. a strong sense of feeling enlightened, feeling intuitively it's the right thing to do. You don't feel it's the right time for, major change in some way. And that's what I'm seeing for you here. With that, there is the leap of faith that you might be taking in your circumstances. This is a scenario here between these two cards of waiting and taking a chance. I won't walk away. I won't move in a different direction. I won't, follow a different path. I'm going to surrender and trust that I'm making the right decision, that I'm not ready to sacrifice my current path at the moment because that doesn't feel right. This is the scenario that I'm seeing you having here. When we have the Fool and the Five of Wands, not everybody is going to agree with you. Again, if it's to do with this, it's not limited, by the way. It's not limited to being associated week 3 and week 4. But if they are, this is somebody who is surrendering and trusting and taking a leap of faith. You don't know what's going to happen, and there is a factor of the unknown with this, but you feel it's worth trying. You feel it's worth giving a chance. You feel it's worth, taking a risk and taking that chance, even though there's likely vulnerabilities involved, to just wait and see how something, leads. You're open to exploring what I feel is how something might move forward. You're ready to take that chance, that leap of faith here in that scenario, and you'll wait and see. Wait and see how it goes. You are open. And that's the scenario here with these two cards. These two cards are very open. They're very open to see what happens next. They're open to see where something leads. You can see the arms of the Fool wide open. This is really being open to see where something leads, energetically, practically, taking a chance, taking a leap of faith. I won't walk away. I will wait. I will wait and see how this moves forward. So this is the scenario here that likely you are looking at, because the Five of Wands will be a scenario here where not everybody is going to agree with you. But I think this is, I like the King of Swords being in the reading. King of Swords is Aquarius for me as a reader in the Minor Arcana. You're clear. You are your own person. You're in your truth. You know what you want to do. You don't mind what other people might say to you, but ultimately you'll make your own decisions for your own life. King of Swords wouldn't do anything else. So the Five of Wands can be conflict with others because they don't agree with what you're doing, but you're your own person. And that's what I see for you here, Aquarius, in the month of December. I think that you are struggling here on what to do week 1, because there's something to let go of, and you've been caused pain in some level, emotional pain. I certainly feel, again, should the story continue here, there is conversations, communications happening for you. Like I said, this can be other areas of life as well, but to do with the kind of key themes on week 1, there are conversations happening, whether you can turn something around or whether you embrace complete change. This is your choice. And I think that you're kind of feeling your truth here in week 1 in terms of how to navigate something. You're not prepared to sacrifice right now your current circumstances, whether it's professional, whether it's to do with personal circumstances, like I said, other life areas. This is just that sense of, I'm going to wait. I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to surrender because I'm not prepared to sacrifice, something that I've put time and energy into already. And again, it might not be that other people agree with me what you're doing, but you're doing it. The Fool is that leap of faith. That the Fool is, let's just try. Let's just take that chance. Let's take that risk. Let's be open and see where this leads. And you just surrender and see how things move forward. And one of two things will happen. Either you'll be glad you did because it works out beautifully for you in your circumstances, or you get hurt again, and that makes your mind up either way. But at least you tried. At least then you don't have to look back and say, what if? At least you kind of followed through in terms of waiting and seeing where something led. And that always puts the onus back on the other party, because then they also have to prove that they can change the circumstances. They can turn things around for you in a very positive way. And this is the scenario about you. So that's what I see for you here, Aquarius. It feels that sense of you're just surrendering. You're surrendering and waiting to see how something plays out and willing to take a chance. But like I said, just be aware, this is a scenario where you are going to have to be your own counsel, because it's all about what you deserve. You can look at that personally, you can look at that professionally, you can look at that in a particular life area, but it's fundamentally all about getting what you deserve. Treatment, love, respect, appreciation, money, being valued, recognized. You understand what I'm saying? So it's absolutely coming from a place of self-value, self-worth, authenticity, living your truth with the King of Swords, and nothing less than that. And I think that this is the change for you. But it does require some kind of taking a chance, and almost like saying to someone, don't make me regret it. I will take a chance, and hopefully, things will work out. And that's what I feel that you're feeling here, because you feel it's the right thing to do, to let go of whatever hurt, pain has been caused in the past, and try to overcome something is what I'm seeing for you. The Fool is a brand new chapter, brand new beginning. But really, it's all about, when we talk about the energies of the Ten of Wands and the Three of Swords in this context, it's about liberation. Liberation from what's happened. Liberation from the weight of the past. And opening up and seeing where something leads. But just surrendering and trusting and letting things play out, because you're still assessing things. You're still watching and waiting. You're still in that phase where, okay, let's give it a try, but I need to be convinced here. I need to be made sure that I'm making the right decision here. So don't let me down. That's kind of what you're saying here. So these are the energies at play here, Aquarius. Again, you might get some signs, very powerful signs, week 2 in particular. Signs that will be specific to you. I mean, I talk about feathers, white feathers, birds in the garden, robins, doves in particular, repeating signs of those. It can be any kind of sign to you, something that's just meaningful, that spirit knows that you're going to notice. Week 2 would be pretty powerful for you. Even week 2, week 3, actually, because there's very illuminating energies here. But I think that you're being really guided in terms of doing what feels right here in this scenario. And I think that you're surrendering and trusting. This is the scenario why make the efforts come out. Because someone is promising to make the effort to have greater focus in terms of what you deserve. Like I said, personal, professional, a life area. This is that scenario for you. If you aren't sure on your own, there could well be someone who you are talking to, week 3, who might be guiding you. Spirit likely works through that person to guide you in some way. Is what I'm seeing for you here, Aquarius. All right, that is what I have for you for the month of December. Let's see what we have. I also want to say something else just dropped in. 5 of Wands and the Fool on its own. This can also be a very positive sign here. If you're competing for something here, it can also be something new opening up for you. So competing for something, this would be very positive in that basis. All right. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Aquarians? Thank you, angel spirits, guides. We have Elephant, greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. We have Penguin, authentic. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. And this is what I said in the reading. Absolutely authentic to you. You're being true to you and you're speaking your truth even in the month of December. But that has a powerful effect on your life. All right, Aquarius, let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Aquarius? Thank you, angels, spirits, guides. Message for Aquarius. I think I've got 3 cards here that have just fallen out. Your messages from Spirit. We have inspire passion. Life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. We have dream talk. Your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, and more. So we have dream talk. You might get powerful dreams here. We have find your center. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? Aquarius, everything's happening for a reason. So you get to a place, a new beginning here, a new direction, a new way of being, however that manifests for you, where you're on a path of deservingness. There is an element of holding your station and waiting and seeing what's going to happen on this, but not ready to sacrifice something just yet. Feeling it's worth being open to see where something leads, liberation from whatever you need to liberate from, because you feel it's the right thing to do for you. And it feels like it's happening for a reason, is what I'm seeing for you. Divine timing and orchestration, good luck, good fortune is at play in your month of December energies. So Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful December, and I will see you next time.